Tonight, the Knights look to stay in first place in the Lakes Valley Conference, while their crosstown rivals try to take their spot at the top of the standings. It's the Walled Lake Northern Knights against the Walled Lake Western Warriors. Hello everybody, welcome to the broadcast stand inside the Kensington Valley Ice House located in Brighton, Michigan. I'm Devin Sarah on the call, joined alongside Nick Leontino of the Connecticut, I believe Hat-Tricks was it?
Danbury Hat-Tricks.
Good to see you, Nick, here. You're traveling a long way from Connecticut to be here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Practicing in Michigan. How's your season going so far?
It's going off. I started in North Iowa on a different team, and then I got traded over to the Danbury Hat-Tricks, so I'm looking to do some damage there. So tonight we're looking at Walled Lake Northern, who's 6-2-1 in an overtime loss to Marysville, and they're looking to beat the crosstown rival Walled Lake Northern or Western, and get back on the winning column.
Absolutely. This game marks the 10th of the season for the Knights and their 5th conference game of 12 that they'll play this season. The Warriors come into tonight, their 9th of the season, 3rd in the Lakes Valley Division game, or their 3rd Lakes Valley Division game of 10 for this season so far. Taking a look at those standings, as you mentioned, Nick, Walled Lake Northern right now sits at the top with 9 games played, 2 wins, 2 losses in conference play. Good enough for 12 points with a 6-2-1. That one being an overtime loss to Marysville earlier this season. Overall record, Walled Lake Western sits just below them in the standings through 8 games. They are 1-1 in division play with 10 total points and a 5-3 overall record. Just below them, South Lyon United, who just took down Detroit Jesuit the game before this one. They through 4 games played, now 5. They sit 3-0 in the division standings, good enough for 8 points and at a 5-0 overall record. Milford, in 10 games played, sits 4th right now. 0-2 so far in division play, but they do have 2 overtime losses that put them good enough for 8 total points with a 5-3-2 overall record. All of their wins coming out of the division. Looking at the number 15, Lakeland Eagles, through 7 games played, are 1-0-1 so far. That overtime loss coming to Northern in the Mogi Lake Challenge Cup just a few weeks ago. They sit with 5 points, a 2-4-1-1 overall record. And to round out the standings, the Lakes Area United Vikings, who played Walled Lake Northern, upset them the other night on Friday. Through 6 games played, they are 2-2 in division play with 4 total points, 2-4 record, only wins in the division. Time now to throw it back to Nick once again to take a closer look at the 2 teams playing here today.
Yeah, so there's not much wiggle room here tonight. It's 12 points to 10, Western having 10 and Northern having 12. So this is a big game for both teams, and Northern's 4-1 at Lakeland, and they split games 1-1 against LAU, and Oxford and Avondale are on the 17th and 18th. We're looking to watch Shawnee Aarons tonight. He scored in all games but 2, and he's going to be the guy to watch tonight, along with Fishback, who's in 2nd place for goals.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the captains of this Northern team, joined alongside Devin Jennison. And one of the things you mentioned is that, Shawnee Aarons needs a scoring. He has 6 goals in his last 2 games, Nick. He scored 5 in the first period alone against Oxford and Avondale. He's going to be one of our players to watch coming up here a little bit in the pregame show. And looking at Western, as you mentioned, through these 8 games they've played so far, they've won 3 of their last 4, and they have scored 3 or more goals in all but 1 game at home this season. 5 or more in 5 of those games this season. And their last game this season was an 8-4 win over Southgate Anderson. They sit both of these teams at a plus 13 goal differential, so pretty even so far on the stat sheet right now. For the series history, Walled Lake Western won their last game on March 13th of this year against Walled Lake Northern. Since 18-19, they are 4-1 against Walled Lake Northern. As we cut it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups, we'll be back with pregame in 1 second.
Guillory. And for number 4, Brady Foss. Also on forward number 91, Logan Flappin. Forward number 9, Go Brady, My Brady, Our Brady Hoffman. And in goal for the Walled Lake Western Warriors, number 88, Trevor Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps and now for tonight's national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that oh, Satan's that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the heart.
Starting out tonight for the Walled Lake Northern Knights, number 8, Bryce Farrow out there at the forward group with Patrick Fishback along with Tyler Otten, assistant captain. For the defensive pairings will be Nick McCormick out there with Luke Ciceretto, and starting a goal once again for the Knights will be number 31, Tristan Ortner. For the Walled Lake Western Warriors, number 4, Brady Foss out there with number 9, Brady Hoffmeyer, leading scorer for the Western Warriors, who we'll get to, one of our key players to watch, out there with Logan Clapham to round out the forward groups. On defense, it'll be number 2, Evan McCurdy out there, along with number 59, Jack Gillarity. And starting in net for the Warriors, number 88, Trevor Evans, their starting goaltender and go-to for this one. We'll talk a little bit about players to watch right now, Nick. Out there for the Knights, number 88, Shawnee Aarons with 13 goals, 7 assists, and 20 total points. Through 9 games played this season, he's been excellent for us. We'll be one to watch for him, along with number 16, Patrick Fishback, with 6 goals, 3 assists, and 9 total points. For the Western Warriors, it'll be Brady Hoffmeyer out there with 5 games played, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 total points, along with number 26, Dylan Dix, through 5 games played, has 8 goals, 1 assist, and 9 points, doing the bulk of the scoring for the Warriors. And one real quick before we get to the game, puck drop here, are one of our keys to the game for the Walled Lake Northern Knights is their second half heavy team, so they need to get up early. They've only scored 9 goals in the first period, Nick, and that's been abysmal for them, that getting out of the gate.
Yeah,
What do they need to do better?
They just have to find a way to play hard the first period, and then it translates into the second and third period for a good win.
Absolutely. We'll get to the rest of our keys to the game in a minute, but we are underway here from the Kensington Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan. From left to right, the Walled Lake Northern Knights in their black, maroon, and silver trim. On the right, Western Warriors in their silver, white, and blue trim. Skate quickly over the blue line real quick. They'll start out with the first forward check of the game. Out there with number 59, Jack Gillarity, the defensive pairing out there with number 2, Evan McCurdy, as we get a quick whistle here for, I believe, a high stick, which will have the face-offs here come to the right circle in the Knights zone. Our second key to the game was to feed Shawnee Aarons the puck, Nick, because he has scored at least 1 goal in each of the last 4 games, and he had 5 in the first period against Oxford and Avondale last game. He's been exceptional for that.
Yeah, that's a great stat to have, and obviously really helps the team out.
Absolutely. Face-off circle at the left circle that comes in the Knights zone, won by the Warriors, not able to be held by Gillarity as he sent it back inside the left circle. This puck took it all the way down to the near side corner where a face-off whistle will stop as we've got an injured player down there for the Knights. That's Shawnee Aarons, the top scorer, limping off the ice, holding his left leg up in the air. just 30 seconds into this game with 16:28 to go in the first. That's not a great sign for the Knights there, Nick. Their top forward already limping off the ice. Did you see the hit that it all happened? I wasn't necessarily seeing the play. It looked like he may have got tripped up right there.
Not 100% sure. Maybe just a puck to the foot. That was always not good, but
nonetheless, we resume play here in the Knights zone. A quick shot there from the point by Jack Galleri. That was blocked away. Defended well there by number 25, Nick McCormick. The Knights try to get it out of the zone. They can't do it. It's a quick shot from the point taken there by Evan McCurdy. Never got to the net on Nortner. And the Knights will take over the line. Skating out there along the left side boards will be number 16, Patrick Fishback. Trying to get over to Otten. Couldn't handle it on his stick. Trying to go cross ice for the pass. And it's sent all the way back to the Knights zone. Taking over here for the Knights now, Danny Bayback in his own zone. Pursued hard by a Western defender. Just leaves it there for his defender, Devin Jennison, one of the two captains on this Walled Lake Northern Knights team. Sends it deep into the zone. Over the line comes there with Fishback. Fishback it all and try to send one to the net that went just wide. Sent to the near side right circle in the Warriors zone. They take over, however, it's a quick turnover here. Now they're skating over center ice, number 9, Brady Hoffmeyer, the captain of the Warriors team and the leading scorer for them through this 5 or 7 games this season. So they trying to set up in the Knights zone. Tripped up at the far side half wall there was Tyler Skiles. Getting over there and defended well by a Warrior. The Knights get it out, however, as it's pursued by 2 Warriors. He gets it over to the far side boards there for Brendan Geeson. Geeson skates over the left circle. Tries to take a near side shot. Just gloved away by the goaltender Evans. And this one's sent back into the zone. Here come the Warriors the other way on the breakout. Heading over the line is Hoffmeyer out there, along with number 4, Brady Voss, who tried to go take the saucer pass in front and couldn't handle it on his stick. Knights at the far corner, half wall. It's a little bit of back and forth play. 14:55 left to go in this first period. Welcome you inside live from Pittston Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan. For the Walled Lake Northern Knights against the Walled Lake Western Warriors. This interconference rivalry game as the teams sit 1 and 2 in the standings. Northern at the top with 12 points. Western at second place with 10 points on the season. So a big game to start out here. Quick shot from the point there, taken by the Warriors. That was Evan McCurdy. And Ortner says no with the easy glove save there to get this one settled down. This faceoff will come back to the Knights' right circle inside their own zone. Knights get new personnel out there. It'll be them. One of the notable points for this game, 4 of the 9 last games for the Knights have gone to overtime, and they in that record are 3-1 in the season. They had 4 straight games decided into overtime before the Lakes Area United game. And you know what, Nick? We talked so much about in the pregame about how top-heavy this team is and how they're not a great first-half team, or first-period team, rather I say, but it looks like so far they're keeping the pressure on in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's for sure. They just need to focus on keeping quick shifts with Northern having such a short bench and Western having a lot more people on the bench to rotate around. So
absolutely. One of our keys to the game for the Knights was to limit those turnovers, Nick, and sort of create offensive chances, set it on the play. But one of those for Western was play physical, and so far it seems like the physicality hasn't started out yet, but for the Knights, they've had this puck in their own zone a few times. A quick shot from the point once again by Jack Galeli of the Western Warriors. And for the Knights, it looks like just trying to as they get this puck out of the zone, limit those turnovers as you mentioned. How do you settle yourself as a player down? You have a quick 5-minute warm-up and you get out on the ice. What is one of those things you're thinking about just trying to get settled in the game?
You just got to focus on being simple out there and just making sure you get the puck out of the zone and into theirs. Less time in your zone is better, obviously, and you just want to be always on the offense when you can. Less time on defense. Absolutely.
New personnel coming out here for the Knights out there. Back on the ice, number 11 out there. Big hit right at the half wall by Brennan Geeson on the forward Hoffmeyer. You called it, Nick. He actually just stepped up into him right there in front of the Warriors bench.
Yeah, that's always a good way to set the tone for the next shift. The fans loved it.
Fans do love it, and a lot of fans so far. This is a packed ice house so far here, Nick. Right in front of the student section here on the Warriors side on the right. Face-off drop will come to the far side where the Knights will take it up. Face-off won by the Knights. Over there was number 11, Brendan Geeson taking that, and they try to send it deep back to the zone. It's the puck turned over the blue line. On the far corner, trying to get out of the zone at the Warriors. Can't do it. Sent back in to deep into the zone by Bennett Miller of the Knights. Western finally clears the zone and sends this all the way length of the ice, but it just misses the right post of Ortner. And this one will come back in their own zone for an icing. Couple of quick shifts so far for both of these teams. We haven't seen Shawnee Aarons get back onto the ice yet. Injured himself 30 minutes into the first period of play. He's got his helmet off right now, shaking his head on the bench. We'll see if he comes back in the game. There's a quick shot there taken by number 19, Tyler Otten from the left circle. That's a favorite spot for him we mentioned earlier. And Nick, you and I were talking about Tyler Otten trying to see the scoring happening. Well, they have now their best player not out on the ice right now. If they're going to want any chance, they've got to get this going, as taken down hard on the ice was Danny Bayback by the defender, Max Gorman of the Warriors. They're going to start in their own zone. Turnover in their own side. Hoffmeyer for the Warriors takes over, and he'll skate this back out to his own center ice to get new personnel out there. Pursued by two Knights at the near side half wall. Sends it cross ice to his forward. That was Brady Foss trying to send it into the zone. Defended well there by Fishback, who takes over and sends it to the near side there for his defender, McCormick. McCormick leaves it for Jennison. Can't get it out of their own zone. Bennett Miller over there trying to help out, but the Warriors pursue as Brady Foss takes the puck over. Thrown in front there and no one home to extend the shot on goal. Logan Clapham was getting over there for the Warriors. Puck set deep behind the net. Sent in front there from Hoffmeyer, intended there for Foss. Now we get another shot on goal. Defended well by the Knights. 11:50 to go in this first period of play. Welcome you live into the Kensington Lake Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan, for the Walled Lake Western Warriors and the Walled Lake Northern Knights. One of the more keys to the game we were talking about for Western, Nick, was they need to feed Hoffmeyer, specifically their forward, Brady Hoffmeyer, the leading point getter for this team, leads in all point categories really, and their forward Dylan Dix. We haven't seen too much on the ice right now. Could be a scratch in this game, number 26. Actually, I do see him out there at the left circle, so they need to feed this top group, as really the bulk of the scoring has come from them. It's a quick shot on net there from the point. Sorry to cut you off there, Nick, by Evan McCurdy.
Oh, no, I'm just saying Northern's been playing more physical and more physical than Western, so that's a strong thing that they're doing right there.
Setting the tone is important. They send it deep to the Warriors zone, but they turn it over. Skating up the near side half wall. Here comes over the line Ian Gaffney for the Warriors. Turn the puck over at the Knights' point, and this one gets taken over by Bryce Ferrero. Tries to get out of his own zone, sends a puck cross ice there for number 6 over there, Tyler Skiles. Couldn't handle it, had to send it back to his own zone, with the defenders Dylan Bayback, send it over there to his defender Fishback. The Warriors turn the puck over in the Knights' zone. Behind the net over there, skating through, was Logan Clapper. Tried to send one in front, nobody home there as Tyler Ott tried to send out of the zone. Comes back to the point there for a Warrior who sent a shot over there. That was blocked in front by Rayback. Never got to Ortner. Now at the far side corner, trying to take over with it for the Knights is Danny Bayback. Lost his stick for a moment, trying to get it back on him. He does, but this puck whistled down as we get a high stick once again. And this face-off will most likely stay inside the Knights' zone.
Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is Northern's definitely being way more physical, and one of the strong things about Western was that they're physical, and they just need to be a little more physical if they want to keep the game even.
Absolutely. We did see the Knights played a physical game against Lake Surrey United. There was, I think, counted on my hand, 18 hits in that game alone. As a body laid down there, Fishback took a forward to the ice. That was Logan Clapham getting taken to the ice by Fishback. And right, you know, it's so important in the game of hockey, especially to play that physical style. And Nick, you know all about it, playing in the North American Hockey League, right? That physical play really does set the tone for the rest of the team. So we'll see if either side can get that going here. As 10:07 left to go in this first period of play. The Knights try to get it out of the zone. They do, and they send it deep where Tyler Otten pursued. Defended well there by number 59, Jackie Lely of the Warriors. Sends this puck back to his own defender there. Intended for Hoffmeyer, who skates gingerly cross ice to his left circle. Sends out his own, makes a nice move on the captain, Fishback, to get over the zone. Here he comes over the line with Fishback, takes a shot on net, and Ortner says no with the left pad, gloving that one down for a stop. The first shot of the goal for Brady Hoffmeyer. And a nice stop by Ortner.
Yeah, that was some shifty moves, getting past a player at his own blue line, and then made a good move to get a shot on net. And luckily, the goalie made a great save.
When you see on this point category, Nick, all of the goals scored by a player like Brady Hoffmeyer, does that tell you a little bit about his skill alone? Because you can sort of get lucky on a few quick bounces, but you have to be good to be lucky. What do you think he does so well on the ice to produce that kind of offense?
Well, from the play I just saw, it's definitely making moves and getting up the ice and making the D miss what they're supposed to poke on.
So Hoffmeyer tried to take a pass over there from his defender, Jacob Hunsinger for the Warriors. Couldn't handle it and it sent all the way back to his own zone. Has to tag up with his forward over there, Zach Margolis, who couldn't handle the pass. And this one sent back to the other side where it was met at the Warriors bench by the Knights. They try to keep it in the zone as a puck's whistled down there for this one.
I'm not too sure that was a great goal. He just dropped the puck and tried to make a move, and ref obviously didn't agree with that.
Yeah, not necessarily, as we're going to see, I believe, a Knight go to the bench here. Well, now we'll stay 5-on-5. This puck was whistled down. I'm not sure for what exactly, but nonetheless, maybe out of play. We resume play. The Knights win the faceoff draw in front of the Warriors bench. Getting back over there to take the puck was Nick McCormick on his tape. Goes stick side for Luke Ciceretto, the defender. And Ciceretto has to skate gently behind his net. Sends it to the far side half wall from the Knights bench. Almost turned over in their own zone by Hoffmeyer. Sends it out of the zone. It's Geesens getting up the ice with it. Sends this puck deep to the Warriors zone where it's picked up and corralled at the far side circle by number 11, Zach Margolis.
Delayed penalty on the...
6-on-5 coming here for the Warriors as a tripping call, I believe, will be assessed on a Knight player for Margolis. I mentioned he got tripped up right there, trying to get in front of his own bench and he tried to get out of the zone. Just got sent out there, so the Knights will go to their first penalty kill of the game.
Penalty kills can really set the tone for the entire game. Like, if you're able to block some shots, it really transfers over to the next period and helps win games. However, power play can, if you have a good power play, that can be detrimental to the other teams. And it's an easy goal if you work the puck around, and that's the best way to do it. Just work the puck around, get good shots on net. Definitely don't force anything.
Goalie goes to number 6, Tyler Skiles. 2 points for tripping.
So Tyler Skiles tonight will go to the bench for that tripping call assessed. 8:27 to go in this first power play. It's a quick shot on net by the Warriors. Their first one quality on the goaltender order. He says no and sends this puck deep with help from his defender Otten. The Warriors 28.6% this season on the power play. The Knights 88.2% on the penalty kill. So a solid penalty kill group for the Knights. Have had a couple this season, had 7 in the game against Lake Surrey United, in which one of them resulted in a goal in that 2-1 loss for them. Nonetheless, 3-1, excuse me, and nonetheless, the Warriors will start out. 1:15 to go with this first power play for the Warriors. They start out. Hoffmeyer over the line. Skates past the point of the near side, tries to go left circle around the defender, Jennison. Goes all the way to behind the net, goes his cross ice, and sends it back to the point for his defender, number 6, Ian Gaffney. At the right circle, trying to take a quick shot that just went wide and met up at the tape of Evan McCurdy. McCurdy at the corner, sends this back for Hoffmeyer. Nice cycle by the Warriors. Back to the point for Gaffney. Over to Skiles, rather Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer will send this puck back down low for Foss. Corrals to the near side corner. Back to the point for Evan McCurdy. McCurdy takes a clapper and broke a stick on that one. And this one will be sent out of the zone by the Knights. An unfortunate broken stick there as a clapper attempt from McCurdy at the point. He'll have to go back to the bench for a new twig. It's 25 seconds to go in this first period.
You always hate when that happens as a hockey player. Wide open lane and a stick broken, that's the worst.
Trying to take a shot from the left point. 17 seconds to go with this power play for the Warriors. I've only got one shot on the goal. On the goaltender, Ortner, who was excellent in the game against Lake Surrey United. Trying to keep this game even. 6:45 to go in the first period. 5 seconds left in this power play as the puck is tied up behind the net. Where 3 Warriors fights for it with 1 defender for the Knights. That's Luke Ciceretto. Nice job to control that one as a slapper is taken there from the left circle by Dylan Dix. And we're going to have possibly a penalty coming up here, Nick.
I don't think so, but I think we're back to even strength.
We are back to even strength indeed. I saw a motion from the referee on Dix as he wasn't happy with one of the Knights' players. Sent a puck all the way up to the netting for a stoppage.
That was a pretty good power play overall. I think they just need to make sure they work the puck into the zone. That's definitely the most difficult part.
An even better penalty kill by the Knights to keep this at an even game. It's a quick shot from the point once again there. This one by the Warriors, trying to keep it in the zone by Brendan Geeson. Not able to do it, or rather, Zach Margolis for the Warriors. That shot was from Jack Galeri at the left point. And one of the things, you know, Western is bringing the emphasis in this first period, Nick, and we talked about it already numerous times now, trying to come out hot in the gate. Well, that first penalty kill, does that fire your team up a bit to get a good kill like that? Especially on a team that takes a lot of penalties like the Knights. You know, they're sort of used to it.
Oh yeah, that's great. There's a ton of blocked shots, no really great chances that could have led to a goal. So that's everything you want out of a penalty kill.
So the Knights back to even strike. 6 minutes left in this first period of action between the Western Warriors and the Northern Knights. Both teams from Walled Lake, both teams set at a 13-plus goal differential, trying to break the tide here. The Knights in their own zone turn the puck over from the Warriors. Sitting on its own as Tyler Otten intended a pass from Fishback in center ice. That missed him and trickled all the way to the Warriors bench. A couple of players tie up at both of the benches. This one in front of the PA box, and this one comes free all the way to the defender, Jack Galerly in his own zone. Galerly sent a cross ice pass up the way for Christian Wren that missed on his tape but went all the way back there where Dylan Rayback corralled it. Now Rayback, pursued by unfamiliar Warriors defenders. In his own net, takes it to the far corner. Up the half wall. Missed on a pass, and the Warriors keep it in the zone. Falls to the ice. Quick shot attempt that went just wide towards the left circle there. Greened all the way back to the Warriors' own end where Evan McCurdy has to corral it. Up the way to Gaffney. Gaffney missed on a puck and turned over here from number 8, Bryce Ferrero. Ferrero tried to corral it to the Warriors' right circle, or right point rather, and couldn't handle it on his stick. And this one trickles all the way back. So a few left. A little bit of back and forth play here for both teams, not able to control these pucks. Devin Jennison, once again in his own zone, takes it.
Big hit.
Roughed
Good
up against the boards. Out Ian Gaffney over there to play the hit on Dylan Rayback. This puck comes to the near side half wall. Hellplayers fire wide. Another big hit. Stick comes off of Bryce Ferrero's end. And this puck's taken by number 4. A quick shot on goal. That one blocked in front. Nice job by Dylan Rayback to get his stick in there on Brady Foss.
The fans are really fired up about this game. It's always great when you have that.
A rivalry game indeed, Nick. Westerns had their number in this series. 4-1 in their last 5 contests against the Knights, but the last game these two teams played, the Knights came out on top in a 3-2 victory. So a little bit of even play here in the 2021-2022 campaign as here comes over the line. Quick shot by Hoffmeyer, and Ortner says no with the glove and stops that one down with 3:54 to go. We'll get a whistle. Faceoff will come back to the Knights zone at the right circle. The Knights with their best start to the season in almost 3 years, sitting right now at 6-3 on the year. The Warriors, even so, their best start in 2 years. They went in that season on a 9-2 run to start the season. So far this year, 5-2. 1 game down on the Knights, trying to get back within 1 of the standings. Tyler Arntz get over the line and lost an edge at the near side half wall in the Warriors zone. And this puck trickles all the way back to the other side where McCormick keeps it in the line for the Knights. Back down low to Fishback. Fishback corralled by Hoffmeyer, and Hoffmeyer sends this out of the zone. A nice clean attempt by him. 3:20 left to go. The Knights get new personnel out there. Skating in his own zone, turning is Bennett Miller. Sends it over to Ferrero, who sent to McCormick to the other side, cross ice. The Warriors defending well, not allowing the Knights to clear into their own zone. Behind the net, taking it there is Bennett Miller. Up the way to Fishback. Rather McCormick. Sent deep once again by the Warriors, and a frustrated Bryce Ferrero shot by the Warriors, just went wide. Rebound attempt and a backhander missed on the net by Dylan Dix. Second leading scorer for the Warriors. Deflected in front, and they score! A puck was shot from the right point and deflected into their own net by the Northern defender McCormick. And just like that, it's a goal for the Warriors, 1-0, 2:30 in this first period.
McCormick is definitely going to want that one back.
Oh my, Ian Gaffney of the Warriors sent a puck on net, just a kind of weak snapper from the right point that deflected off the stick of McCormick past the glove of Ortner You don't see that one a lot, but wow,
Yeah.
what a start.
Coaches always say just throw it to the net and maybe you'll get lucky, you'll get a dirty goal, and that is exactly what happened.
A lucky goal indeed for the Warriors puts them up 1-0 in this game.
Score by number 6, Ian Gaffney.
Ian Gaffney gets the goal unassisted, but really assisted by the defender for the Knights, Nick McCormick, who would like that one back with 2:15 left to go in this period. The Warriors lead this one 1-0. So Gaffney, who just got the goal there for the Warriors, sends this puck deep into the zone, scoring there. The Knights have to corral it, trying to get back within one. So the Warriors take advantage of that slow starting Northern team that we talked about in the pregame show. Go up 1-0 with 1:50 to go in this period. It's still stuck in the Knights zone. Can't get it out. Evan McCurdy for the Warriors pursues a few Knights and finally corral it behind their own net.
Northern's defense are definitely showing some good patience and possessing the puck behind the net.
We have to, especially with how many turnovers there's been so far in this first period for the Knights. Warriors really controlling the zone of possession time in the Knights' own end.
Big hit leading to a penalty.
Man, we're going to possibly getting a roughing call here coming up as a big hit was laid at the boards by assistant captain Evan McCurdy for the Warriors. The Knights don't like that one. Fishback's not going to like it, but he's going to go to the box. And he'll send the Warriors to their second power play of the night already. The Knights shorthanded once again.
He'll be sitting next to Aarons, who doesn't show any sign of coming back to the game anytime soon.
Yeah, Aaron's still out there with his helmet off. No signs of coming out. Injured his leg early, 30 seconds into the game, really. So the Warriors start out of their power plays. Quick shot there for the point by Evan McCurdy. Sent this puck deep into the Warriors zone. Just cleared out there by the defender for the Knights, Tyler Skiles. That's a quick goal. They score! Just like that, they get it back. And it's Evan McCurdy over there to get it, or Nick McCormick.
That is two goals that are very fluky. The defenseman went behind the net, fumbled it, and it just popped out, and the goalie didn't even notice it. And 25 was right there to smack it in.
You saw it, Nick. I was looking at my personnel sheet where the puck was dumped deep into the Warriors zone, and just getting in there, Nick McCormick was able to get in front, control the puck over, and just sent it. It looked like over the blocker side of the goaltender, Evans. So he lets in one in his own net, and he gets one right back with less than 2 minutes. Short-handed, as we mentioned. How about that for the Knights, even in the game up?
He's definitely got to be happy about letting up that one over there.
What a turn of events. I don't think I've seen that in 3 years of calling hockey so far, Nick. That was a gutsy play by Nick McCormick of the Knights.
Yes.
And McCormick's looking for another one, trying to deke around the defender, Hoffmeyer of the Warriors. Couldn't get it out of the zone as the Knights even this game up 1-1 off a Nick McCormick goal. So really, McCormick technically has 2 goals in this game, Nick, because he let one in his own net and gets one right back. So that puts his goal total now to, 3 on the season? McCormick came into tonight with 2 goals in the season, has 4 technically, I'm just joking, he has 3 on the season now. 4 total points with 1 assist on the year. And how big is that as a confidence builder for a player? You know, you turn the puck over, you make an error for your own side that leads to a goal, and then you get one right back for your team.
It just shows you how quick the hockey can change. Like 1 second you can be in your zone, you can't get it out. Next second you're scoring a goal.
Skating for the line in the Knights zone was Brady Hoffmeyer. Took a far angle shot, backhander that just went wide of the glove side of Ortner. Now behind the Knights zone net, Brady Foss intended there, defended well by Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer takes over in a turnover. We get a whistle here after the shot attempt for the right circle.
Having some trouble staying on over there.
Yeah, I know. The Knights
three times.
The net's come off its moorings a few times here. Notably, we talk all the time about at Lakeland Ice Arena how the net moorings are very low to the ground on that end, on that ice surface. But here, it's the same story. The net's come off 3 times with only 1 second in the period. It's pretty uncanny.
Right here. Okay.
So
the last 2 minutes of the period are the most important. You just don't want to let anything up. So obviously both teams let in a goal in the last 2 minutes, and see, that's when you really just gotta put the pressure down, play gritty hockey, just get it in and out of the zone.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nick, we've seen gritty hockey so far through this first period as it ends in a tied game 1-1 right now between the Walled Lake Northern Knights and the Walled Lake Western Warriors after a shot attempt from the point by the number 6 defender, Ian Gaffney, or forward, of the Western Warriors. Gets the goal in off the deflection from Nick McCormick, but just 2 minutes into the period, or left in the period, getting right back was Nick McCormick for the Knights, getting one in shorthanded. And so the Warriors stay this game even. 35 seconds left to go on their power play. They'll start out in the second period, Nick. But what a period so far for the Warriors. They really did play the physical body that we mentioned. They turned pucks over in the Knights' zone. They got a goal out of it. But, going into the second period, 1-1 right now, what's got to be the talk right now going to the locker room?
Going into the locker room, I'd say Northern has the momentum. They just scored, and all they have to do is kill 35 seconds off the power play, and they'll be set for the second period. And as we said, that they're more of a second and third period team, so that just means they're going to be rocked and loaded. So I actually saw Aaron's out there skating around. Looks like should make an appearance in the second period.
Yeah, notably, I saw his father. We know him as Brady, or what's your father's name? Mr. Aarons, notable teacher at Walled Lake Northern. I'm blanking on his exact name. Jan Aarons.
Yeah.
Well, the father of the notable player that we talked about there, Shawnee Aarons, went off the ice early into the first period after a hard trip on him that was uncalled in his own zone. Went to the ice, had to get assessed right there. So we'll see him come back out for the second period, as you mentioned, Nick, hopefully, and make sure he's all good. The Knights are already shorthanded with 3 scratches in this game. I didn't get to it, but not out there for the Knights is Ryan Kakoud, Liam Leonard, the second leading scorer for the Knights, as well as Artem Pararbek. So they had 7 forwards, 5D coming into that first period pretty well, as you mentioned. We'll head to the break real quick to talk a little bit more later as the second period starts about the play for the first, but you're listening live to Lakes Valley Hockey here on YouTube. We'll be back in a moment. back inside the Kensington Lake Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan for the start of second period action here between Walled Lake Northern and Walled Lake Western. I'm Devin Serra, joined alongside Nick Latino for the call on today's game. Nick, we saw a pretty action-packed first period. We saw two late first period goals. Ian Gaffney for the Western Warriors scored officially his third of the season on our stat sheet off a deflection in front by the Northern defender Nick McCormick, who wished he could have got going back, but just 2 minutes later scored shorthanded for the Knights to put them back within one. What a goal by him to get that shorthanded in front.
Oh yeah, that's a great goal to get. Obviously, great going into for both teams. It's still 1-1, so it's an even game, and this is where the damage is going to have to be done.
Damage will have to be dealt indeed as the Knights start their best second period of the year. Knights have scored 19 out of 42 goals this season in the second period, their most of any period this season. So flipping the ice here from left to right, the Western Warriors in their silver, blue, and white trim. The Knights on the right with their maroon, black, and white trim look to get one more on the board both ways. We start second period action underway. Western wins the opening draw. It's pretty. Hoffmeyer for the Warriors starts out over the Knights zone alone and couldn't handle a shot attempt in front that trickled back all the way to his own end. Pursued over at the far side corner over there was the Knights forward Tyler Otten, but it comes back the other way at the far near corner. Brady Hoffmeyer tries to get into the zone, cleared by the Knights over there. A good start to the period right there with 16:25 left to go. The first second power play of the game for the Warriors after a tripping call, or roughing, assessed to the forward Patrick Fishback, one of the two captains on this Knights team. Ends the second power play. The Warriors go 0 for 2 on their power play to start the game. The Warriors power play 28.6 coming into this game tonight will fall on the numbers a little bit as they come back to even strength 16, 19 to go.
Aarons is back on the ice from the injury.
Shawnee Aarons, a leading scorer for the Knights, has 7 goals in the last 3 games for them. Took a bad trip halfway, or 30 seconds into the first period. Comes back onto the ice, so good to see him all right in that. And he'll look to get the Knights on the board. The leading scorer for them with 20 points this season, 13 goals, 7 assists. And Shawnee Aarons threw one in front. That was deflected away by a Warrior defender, Evan McCurdy. Nice job to get his stick in there. A nice trick and shot attempt off the right pad of the goaltender Evans. After getting in there was Tyler Otten. And Otten controls at the right circle now. Trying to get it back to his defender, Devin Jennis, at the point. It was cleared away by the defender Hoffmeyer of the Warriors, and it comes all the way back down for an icing in the Knights' end. 15:50 left to go in this second period action. We welcome you live inside Kensington Ice House here. Full of the action here. Devin Serra, Nick Latino on the call for this game. Face-off circle will come back towards the Warriors zone at the right circle this time. And the Knights will get their top group back out there, Fishback out there, along with Bennett Miller, as well as Dylan Rayback. Draw one by the Knights, corralled to the half wall on their side. And the Warriors trying to send out of the zone by Brady Hoffmeyer. Trying to throw it in front with nobody home. Fishback trying to get it over there, down low to Otten. And they had to corral this puck back at the half wall. It comes back to the point, flipped up there by a Warrior defender for Bennett Miller. Trying to keep it out of the stoppage and play. And none so avail as this faceoff will come back, I believe, for an offside.
Walled Lake Northern has definitely owned the play. It's been in Western zone the whole period, so this is a great start to the period for Northern.
Sort of flipping the ice. The Warriors control most of the ice time there in the Knights zone to start the period, but so far a minute and a half in, it looks like to be a reversal of that as the puck trickles all the way back down to the Knights zone for another icing. That'll come back to the Warriors zone. The Knights come into tonight at the top of the Lakes Valley Conference with 12 points. The last 4 of the 9 games have gone to overtime. You know, the Knights have played well. Their best start to the season since the 17-18 season. So far, 6-3 on the year. The Warriors sit second place right now with 10 points through 8 games played and a 5-2 record. And so far, they've played well against the Knights so far. The turnover at center ice here by the Warriors. Here comes over the line, number 26, Dylan Dix. Held up there, though, by the nice defensive stand there by Nick McCormick at the far side half wall. And this puck trickles back to the point. Nice job by the Knights to get it out. And Fishback comes back over the line. Skates alone over the left circle this time. Defended there by the Warriors. Zach Margolis defending well. Send it back deep, and a big hit laid there behind the net on Margolis. by the Knights. Tyler Skiles got in there, getting physical here early in the second. But here come the Warriors the other way. Getting over the line there is Ian Gaffney. Had the only goal for the Warriors earlier in this game. And took a quick shot from the left point that was easily blocked down by Ortner with the right pad. Puck came free behind the net, and it was corralled there by the Knights defender over there, Nick McCormick. This one sent back the other way of the ice by the Warriors, even Gaffney. And another big hit late in the Knights zone. That one taken there by Tyler Otten. Rather, Dylan Rayback from the Warrior. That was Brady Hoffmeyer laying the body there. Both teams started to pick up the physicality, Nick.
I'd have to say Northern's fans are definitely feeding Northern team some aggression.
Penalty's going to be coming up here too. Brady Hoffmeyer for that roughing in the Knights zone on Dylan Rayback. So the Knights will go to their first power play of the game with 14:23 left to go in the second. They're going to get their top power play group out there with Brennan Geeson, Shawnee Ahrens, along with Dylan Otten, Tyler Otten. Comes back to the point for Fishback, who tried to take a bouncing shot that went all the way to the goaltender Evans for an easy stop near side. So the first power play of the night for Northern. The Warriors have got two lucky power plays, I'd call, because of roughing and tripping penalties in the first period, but couldn't do anything on that. So the Knights, their turn on the power play, will try to get one here. The puck's cleared deep by the Warriors. A nice defensive stand there by number 4, Brady Foss. And the Knights have to reset. Fishback behind his own net. Skates over the center blue line. Gets it over to Ahrens. Ahrens over the line. Leaves it for Geeson at the point. Goes cross-ice to Fishback. Leaves it there for a shot attempt by Cicerino. And the goaltender Evans gets his stick in there to send this puck up into his glove for a stop. 1:24 left in this power play.
That was a great zone entry, which led to a great opportunity on that.
Yeah, me and Anna Castle were on the call for that Lakes United game on Friday. Nick talked about how they needed a lot of the production to come from the leadership group here. Assistant captains Tyler Otten and Sean Ahrens, and a quick shot attempt there by the forward Geeson. But nonetheless, we talked about how Fishback and Jennison as the captains need to get the production there. And you just saw Patrick Fishback coming off the bench, skated over the blue line, and really created that offensive chance there. How important is it for that leadership group to get going here? Because I feel like you look towards that, especially at the high school level, to get the score.
Yeah, you definitely look for them to get some points, but most important, it's that they're good off the ice and get everyone incorporated into the play.
Fishback skated over the left blue line towards the left circle, took a shot that was deflected up and out of play by the goaltender Evans, blocker side. The faceoff will come back towards the left circle of the Warriors zone. It'll be Tyler Skiles to take it for the Knights against Brady Hoffmeyer. Or rather, Ian Gaffney. As the Knights won the faceoff draw, and it comes back to McCormick to the point. McCormick takes a wrister that was blocked in front there by the defender Gaffney. The Knights keep it in the zone, however. Nice job there by number 12, Benny Bayback, to get it over there. There's cross ice there for Tyler Otten. Tyler Otten behind the net for the Warriors, trying to take it. Defended well there by Evan McCurdy. Couldn't get the puck out as he went back to the point for McCurdy once again. Trying to send a far side angle there, shot by Tyler Skiles that missed the net. Thrown back from the point by Fishback in the zone. And the Warriors clear it out with 20 seconds to go. Pursuing in the net is number 26, Dylan Dix. Has to get over there quickly by Nick McCormick to help his goaltender Ortner out there, who was pursued. And Dylan Dix goes off the ice. So the Knights' power play, their first of the night, will end to no avail. They go 0 for 1 so far with 12:23 left to go in this first period. We go back to even strength. There's a quick icing call here after the puck was sent ice length by McCormick. So good, honestly, a good kill by the Warriors so far. The Knights got a few shots on goal, Nick. What did you really see out of that Warrior group? It seems like, once again, the bulk of it's coming from that leadership group right there, right? Like Ian Gaffney, Brady Hoffmeyer, really playing both sides of the ice, playing two-way there.
Playing two-way. They were blocking shots, getting the pucks out, which is really important on the PK. But overall, I think that was good power play for Northern, and definitely something to build off of.
So the Knights start out in their own net. Over there, Bennett Miller took a cross-ice feed from the forward Rayback. Rayback sent this puck deep that tried to cream all the way to the other side, but it met up and stopped at a weird pass. The puck thrown in front here for Geeson. Couldn't get it on his tape after the feed from Rayback just in front of the net. My goodness, what a chance for the Knights. That's another try in front there from a far angle, kept inside. Miller back at the point, takes it there. Back down to Rayback. Cross ice for Aarons. It takes a shot, and that one deflected up into Evans. Into the pad for a stop at the left circle. What a shot there by Aarons. 11:54 to go in this second period. The face-off draw will come back towards the left circle as the Knights and Warriors will get new personnel out here. One thing we really haven't touched on, Nick, is it seems like the Warriors are doing a good job keeping everything to the outside for the Knights. They have to take a lot of these hard angle shots at the top of the dots that are really tough to get on, especially because you really have to go top shelf or squeak one past the 5-hole. So that's the first time we've really seen them get one in front into the slot area.
I say they just got to keep shooting the puck and they'll get rebounds to go in.
That's almost in there. Ciceretto took a bouncer, sort of saucer style, on the goaltender Evans. Fishback trying to put it home. Excuse to cut you off, Nick, but like you just said right there, getting that puck on net, and look at that. It bounces around, almost goes through the 5-hole again of Evans. So,
shot on net's never a bad option.
Indeed, shots on net. Maybe that's the game plan for head coach of the Knights, Claude Tunison, get some more shots on net. I mentioned in the first intermission report that they are short-handed tonight, going with 7 forwards and 5 defensemen. Not out there tonight for the Knights is Ryan Skakun, Liam Leonard, and Artem Parembiak. And notably, Liam Leonard, the second leading scorer for the Knights, not out there, so they have to go short-handed here. Maybe with that, you want to sort of get as many chances in the net as you can to get those quick changes, because when you're short-handed, it really makes it tough to get fresh bodies out there. As the face-off went back to the Knights zone, won by them. When they try to get out of the zone, they do with the near side half wall. Fishback trying to take that puck. Ciceretto skates over the Knights bench, and that one deflected up and out of play after he's trying to send it into the zone by Bryce Ferreira. Or rather, Alex Kozalian for the Warriors. Face-off will come back towards the Warriors blue line. The Warriors bench, in front. Face-off circle there. Just inside the center zone. 11:18 to go in this second period of action. Shawnee Aarons out there to take the draw, along with Zach Margolis for the Warriors. Or rather, Logan Clapham. And Aarons won it. The near side half wall, Bennett Miller sends this puck deep into the zone. Aarons will pursue it behind the net. Clear attempt by the Warriors with no success. Dylan Rayback at the far side corner. Takes it in front for Geeson and just missed on the one-timer opportunity. And this one comes to the near side corner there. Skiles met up with it after the Warriors trying to clear. And a big hit laid there on Logan Clapham at the point from Skiles. And this puck will come back all the way. Icing waved off here by the referees. The puck trickled down. That'll get them back in it as the Knights try to defend in their own zone. Shot attempt for the point. Blocked in front there twice by the defender Aarons. A nice job to get in the shooting lane of the forward Margolis of the Warriors. Clapham trying to send a puck towards the Knights zone inside of the blue line.
Wow, that was a wacky play. The ref had his arm up for a penalty, and the goalie came to the bench, and then the other ref said for the goalie to go back to the net. There was no penalty. Yeah,
so he waved off the penalty after your initial ref call that you're talking about, Nick. That's a weird play, sort of. That could have led to a goal, almost dangerous.
Yeah. Definitely need better communication from the refs there.
Referee crew out here tonight. Only 3 of them out of the ice. You usually have a linesman in 2 of those referees that stand in both corners, but this group short-handed here. Assessing this game. 10:30 to go. You joining us live from the Kempston Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan. And a tied game so far between the Walled Lake Western Warriors and the Walled Lake Northern Knights. The 10th game of the season for the Knights and the 9th for the Warriors. A crucial game to stay at the top of the Lakes Valley Conference standings for both of these teams. The Knights sit in first place with 12 total points. The Warriors sit in second place with 10 points. And the referees are going to come back towards the PA box to sort of assess maybe a penalty here, Nick.
I think the call is too many men on Western.
We saw the puck trickle towards the Warriors bench before that stoppage of play. They might have had an extra skater out there. A couple of players confused, gathering around the referee here at the left circle in the Warriors zone.
Definitely an unfair call if the ref had his arm up for a penalty.
Head coach of the Warriors, DJ Fichter, Over there talking to the linesman about what the call is exactly. We'll wait to see. Nothing on the board assessed yet to either team. But with 10:30 to go, we could see a power play here for the Knights if there is a too many men call, as you mentioned, Nick. Which would be crucial for the Knights here to get them back on top.
One thing I gotta say is Gasson in front of the net was doing a great job boxing people out, which led to great shot opportunities over there. And they just need a good net. Northern just needs to continue to have a good net presence, and they'll keep getting scoring chances like that.
So we will stay even strength here, I believe. No, we will not.
No.
A power play coming up here for the Knights. So too many men, as you mentioned, Nick called on the Warriors. That was Max Gorman out there. He'll go to the box, and the Knights will go to their second power play of the night.
2 minutes, bench minor. Too many men on the ice.
So a bench minor assessed for too many men. From the PA announcer here at Kenton Ice Arena. 10:15 to go in this second period of action, in the second power play of the Knights. An important one here. The Knights start out on the breakout. Here comes Otten over the line with Fishback. Fishback tried to crowd a puck on his skates in the left circle and couldn't handle it. Came back to the other side there. McCormick right at the point, tagging up with his forward out there, Danny Bayback. Quick slapper attempt there at the point from the full defender McCormick. Deflected away, and it comes back all the way to the Knights zone. Pursued by number 4, Brady Foss. There was Luke Ciceretto, who couldn't handle on his stick and just had to leave it for his defender. Couple of Knights tag up in their own zone. Short-handed here. Hoffmeyer for the Warriors takes over.
Northern's having some trouble getting out of the zone.
Tyler Otten tried to get it out on the near side point, pursued by Hoffmeyer, who did a nice job laying the body. Hoffmeyer's all over the ice right now, the leading point getter for the Warriors, and clearly as that captain, getting the presence and setting the tone for that team. There's 43 seconds to go in this power play for the Knights. A great kill so far for the Warriors. Not a single shot attempt so far in the second power play as the Knights couldn't get out of their zone. They finally do as Ciceretto sent it through center ice and missed on a pass intended for Tyler Otten. The Knights struggling to get past center ice here. Here come the Warriors the other way, short-handed. Deflected wide there, the Knights start back up over the line. Over there was Jack Gallerly trying to corral it. He does, and he leaves it over there for Ian Gaffney. It's the only goal for the Warriors. Short-handed, here come the Warriors the other way now. Ian Gaffney stays behind the net, lays the body onto Devin Jennison, and they meet up at the far side half wall where the Knights take over their own zone. So a great penalty kill by the Warriors, not allowing a single shot on goal. Really
Not even any time
controlling
in
the possession. Yeah, exactly. Controlling possession of the Knights zone, Nick. Man, if you're the Knights, man, you got maybe a lucky too many men right there. You didn't take advantage of it. That's got to sting.
Yeah, that really turns the tide for Western, though. Taking a penalty that they couldn't control and turning it into something good.
How about Brady Hoffmeyer, though? Really just all over the ice right now, playing two-way on both sides of the ice, defending well, establishing the forecheck.
Grinding, just keeping the puck in the zone. That's the best thing you can do on a
Playing
PK.
physical, absolutely, too. Really setting the tone. So the Warriors try to start out a couple of back-and-forth plays here. This puck chipped all the way out towards the PA box where establish a play was assessed. So the faceoff will come back, I believe, towards center ice. 8:09 left to go in this second period of action between Walled Lake Northern and Walled Lake Western. Walled Lake got a quick goal from Nick McCormick to get one back even late in the first period. The Warriors scored off of a shot attempt from the point by Ian Gaffney. A couple of weird goals, and so far this game pretty even between both teams. But right now it's in the favor of the Warriors. There's a bad turnover their own end there by Jack Gallerly. This one came to the corner where Sean Aarons took over. Aarons bodied off a defender and sent it back towards behind the net. Intended there for Tyler Skiles. Couldn't handle it. The Warriors start on the break. Over the line, here comes Dylan Dix. Left it there over there for Brady Foss. Foss couldn't handle it. Defended well there by Devin Jennison. And the Knights come back the other way. Long stretch pass intended there for number 6, Tyler Skiles from Bryce Ferrero. And the puck came all the way back towards the other side. Well, it'll be called an icing. So the face-off
That
will
was
come back the
definitely a
other way.
close one. He almost made it, canceling the icing.
Yeah, and really, we haven't seen a lot of these tape-to-tape passes connect for the Knights so far in the second period, Nick. And I feel like that's just a product of the high school play, sort of that quick back and forth turnover style of play. You don't really see a whole lot of zone possession time, at least from the teams in at least in the Knights' favorite Division II. Not to them at all, but just stating the obvious of we haven't really seen the Knights possess a lot of that puck possession.
Yeah, but sometimes you just have to do dump and chase and just grind it out and get those pucks to the net. That works at every level.
Nonetheless, the Knights trying to get over the zone. Start out doing Rayback, turn the puck over. Nice job there by the defender. Ian Gaffney to get off his stick. And a quick shot off the post from the left circle. Gaffney took the shot and it rang off the left mooring and goes up and out of play. What an attempt there. Turned over at center ice. Nice job defending there by Gaffney. Got over the line on the shot attempt. Trying to go blocker's side on Ortner. We'll get a face-off inside the Knights' zone. 6:56 to go in the second. That's the first shot attempt I think we've seen in the last 3 minutes, Nick.
Yeah,
From
it's
either
definitely
side.
been back and forth in the neutral zone, and one team just needs to just grind it out and then throw pucks in that, like I've been saying.
So far, the Warriors controlling that neutral ice zone time as turned over here inside our ice by the Warriors was Brady Hoffmeyer on his stick. Got it back enough where he got help from his defensive group, Ian Gaffney, along with Zach Margolis. And they start out over their own blue line. Over center, skates Gaffney. Alone over the blue line of the Knights. To the right circle, makes a nice move over Cicero to get a shot on net, and Ortner has to stop that with the glove. What a move by Ian Gaffney of the Warriors to get in on a shot. Skated alone from end to end there. Almost went, what do they call that? Really, like just end to end?
Yeah, it went
sort of.
end to end.
That was crazy.
Coast to coast, but the goalie slammed the door on him again.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, coast to coast, right?
Yeah.
That's why I've got a hockey player here, especially to take over from my my verbiage that I missed on. But we've had a fun call so far, Nick, and I'm sure this game will pick up even more for us in a minute here. It's the Knights.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, it's the Warriors start out with the forecheck here. Logan Clapham skates to the near side corner, defended there by Devin Jennison, who lost his glove, has one hand so far, trying to defend behind his own net. The puck finally comes free, gets help there from his defender, Tyler Skiles. But this puck waved down for a whistle. Jennison, still without a glove, finally picks it up. New personnel coming out here for the Knights. It'll be out there Bryce Ferrero, along with Patrick Fishback. Nick McCormick's out there. Fishback will take the draw for the Knights. In their own zone against Logan Clapham for the Warriors. And the Knights won the draw. Comes to the near side corner, trying to clear it. Attempted to clear was Bennett Miller and couldn't do it. A couple of players tie up in front of the Warriors bench. Western keeps it inside the zone. Knights still can't get it out. They finally control the puck. Nick McCormick tags up there along with Brendan Geeson. Geeson makes one nice move to keep the puck away from the forward. Pursuing was Hoffmeyer.
Gaston's playing a heck of a game.
Hoffmeyer all over the ice, pursuing a couple of Knights players here. Just dumped into the Knights zone by Jack Gillerly, and they have to crowd in their own net at the near side half wall. Over the zone is Bennett Miller. Deeks one defender. Around to McCormick. Leaves it there for Ferrero. Quick shot attempt from Ferrero that just rebounded over the blocker's side of Evans. Not really a great shot, but that one trickled wide nonetheless. And that's sort of the key, Nick, is getting those shots on net, as it looks like Evans had a couple of times tonight trouble controlling the puck on those rebounds.
Shot on net, never a bad option.
Geeson behind the net pursues it. Defended well by Gillerly. Back to the point. Quick shot attempt by Miller, blocked in front by Hoffmeyer all over the ice, as we mentioned. Cross-ice feed here in the night. Oh, the Warriors almost had a 2-on-1 chance there with Brady Foss taking it. Long stretch pass. Couldn't hit it on his stick in right zone. Hoffmeyer comes back off the ice for a change after his coach, DJ Fitchter, pursues him off the ice. Not happy about it. And here come the Knights on the breakout. Over the line is Dylan Rayback. Sends this puck deep in his own for his own time. And that one, he tried to get a shot off. And Evan McCurdy for the Warriors had to get his stick in front there to block it. They control, however, the Knights in front of the zone as the puck's chipped up into the blocker of the goaltender Evans by Bayback. Pursuing there was Aarons, and we're going to face off inside the Warriors zone. The Knights finally pressuring the Warriors a bit in their own zone. I think the story has been, Nick, Western has controlled the neutral zone and the Knights end as far as possession goes, but the Knights are starting to gain possession inside the Warriors zone, so it's kind of evening out both ways here.
Agreed.
Tyler Otten at the far side corner. Gets help over there with Sean Ahrens. Ties up there with the defender, Gaffney of the Warriors. The referee's urging them to get it free, or they face a whistle. Still at the far side wall. Ahrens holds it up. Gets cross-checked by McCurdy, and we'll finally get a whistle as the puck isn't set free. 11:56 left to go in this second period. You know, as a defenseman, Nick, is that sort of a smart play by Western to hold the puck up and force a face-off?
I'd say it's a good option because if it's on the boards, it's not getting in your net.
Absolutely. I mean, good point.
You just gotta look for a way to get it off the boards and maintain possession. Maybe like chip it to a spot, chip it to an area where your player can go and get it, and then make a push towards the offensive zone.
All right, getting pucks in front, it's so important as the Warriors won the draw. Here comes Brady Hoffmeyer skating alone over the near side point. Pursued by two defenders of the Knights. Ciceretto got his stick in there to get it off his stick, and the Knights start out here. Potential 2-on-1 coming here. Fishback tried to send it up the way and couldn't do it. Rather, that was Ahrens trying out of the zone. The Warriors take a quick shot on net, and that one's blocked away by Ortner. It comes back all the way out of the zone. Quick shot attempt there by the forward Hoffmeyer. Has 8 goals this season, 4 assists for 12 total points through 5 games. Our stats are a little bit off based on MichiganHockeyHub.com, so we apologize for that inconvenience, but for the point we're making, Brady Hoffmeyer all over the ice right now for the Warriors, trying to get something going for them. 11:05 left to go in this second period of play. Puck comes to the point. Shot attempt by the Warriors, blocked in front by Ciceretto. Over there was Zach Margolis for the Warriors to take the shot. Sends this behind the net, in front off the post, and that one, Brady Foss tried to get his stick on it for the shot and just barely missed the net. Wow, sent in front there. That's the first time the Warriors have got a shot in front of that on Ortner in a while.
Yeah, great move by the defenseman though, icing the puck, killing the play.
And that was a nice pass in front there by Zach Margolis. We didn't really mention it, but he kind of skated around the defender and sent this puck just in front.
Threw it to his forward. Good shot.
It's always a high percentage chance, and really that's what we've been talking about. Is Western starting to get more of these high percentage chances in front of the net. And with 2:45 in the second, they scored late in the first period, trying to get one late in the second. So face-off won by them at the point. This one comes back to the far corner, where it has to be picked up there by the Knights player over there. That was Bryce Ferreira. Going to stoppage and play here for the goaltender Ortner to control it.
Northern's goalie is doing a great job of controlling his rebound.
Face-off won by the Knights, but it comes back all the way in front of the net on Ortner. And he has to get his stick in there to stop it. It comes back to the point now. At the near side, shot attempt there by the defender, Jacob Hunsinger of the Warriors. That one's easily gloved down by the goaltender Ortner. Face-off won by the Warriors. It comes back to the point after another shot attempt there by Jacob Hunsinger. That one missed the net. And still controlling in the Knights zone is the Warriors. Hoffmeyer tied up at the near side half wall. Wins the body draw against the Knights defenders. Trying to send one in front. Kept inside the zone by Hunsinger. Takes a snapshot from the point, and that one gloved down by Ortner. Or sticked away up and out of play. 1:56 to go in the second period.
So we're under 2 minutes here, and this is, as I said earlier, the most important part of the period. Can't let any goals in, and if you score one, it's huge for the morale in the locker room when you go into the locker room.
The Knights have turned the puck over in their own end a lot of times so far, Nick, in the last 5 minutes. It's one of the keys to the game we talked about for Northern. Couldn't happen, and so far right now the Warriors on the doorstep. Quick shot attempt there by Hoffmeyer, and on the rebound, not able to control by Ortner, makes the initial save. Puck comes free behind the net. Brady Foss has to get over there and pursued by Ciceretto of the Knights. Goes cross ice for Hoffmeyer at the far side corner. Defended well there by Bennett Miller. Getting over there to help was Logan Clapham. Clapham tried to set this one to the point, and it was deflected away there by the defender Ferrero, but he sent this puck up and out into the rafters for a stoppage in play. 1:28 to go in the second. The leading goal scorer for the Walled Lake Western Warriors, Brady Hoffmeyer, still out there. I think he's been on the ice for all about 3 minutes in this game, Nick, because he has not come off the ice very much tonight. And why would you? When he's one of the guys out there getting the most of the puck
possession. You got to keep the guys out here are doing what they're doing good, and if obviously you want to keep everyone in the mix, keep them going, but if someone's hot, you got to keep putting them in.
You know, we talked about the Knights having a short bench as Ortner gloves that one down after attempt at the point from Hunsinger, but we talked about the Knights having a short bench. Well, I just looked over at Western's bench, and really I only count about on my hand 8 or 9 guys. So they're probably running short lines as well. The Knights notably only going with 2 lines tonight after 3 of their forwards are out. So, of course,
still always having 2 or 3 extra guys still helps the whole game. Like Northern, they just gotta continue to go quick shifts, and we'll see in the third period if it shows that they only have 2 lines going.
So the face-offs in the Knights zone. 1:18 left to go in the second period. The Warriors on the doorstep trying to get back up 1 on the Knights after they went up 1-0 late in the first period. And Hoffmeyer took the draw and won it. Left it for his defender over there, Gaffney, who couldn't hit it on his stick, and the Knights get it out of the zone. They try to start on the breakout, sent deep into the zone by Geeson. And this puck's met up there by Shawnee Aarons at the point. Aarons has to skate back after being pursued by a defender and tripped up there with no call from Gaffney at center ice. 54 seconds to go. The Knights not happy about that one. Turned over at center ice by the Knights. Over the line is Gaffney. Skates towards the slot, takes the shot, scores! Goes top shelf where Mama hides the cookies in the slot. Gets his second goal of the night. What a wrister from Ian Gaffney. It's 2-1.
That was great patience right there. Comes in the zone, moves to the center, shot from where he came from. Great shot.
I called that as Ian Gaffney, my apologies. Brady Foss skidded into the slot area, went top shelf, far side on the goaltender Ortner, and like they scored early in the first period, make it 2-0 here, or 2-1 here, late in the second. What a goal!
Let's see if they can maintain the momentum going into the locker room.
Man, oh man, what a shot there. The Warriors with their highest quality chance of the night. So I apologize for the missed call. I wasn't right on the initial call. Ian Gaffney does get the goal. Usually the person who scores the goal goes first to the Western bench. So I was looking over at the bench more than the goal, but I was right on my initial call. Ian Gaffney gets the goal assisted there by Brady Foss. And they together put the Warriors up 2-1. And Hoffmeyer looking to come through for one more. 10 seconds to go in the period. Skates into the Knights zone at the far side corner over there. And loses it on his edge one more time. Takes a shot attempt, one more for the period. And this one will end as 48 seconds left in the second. The Warriors go back up 1 on the Knights after a quick shot in the slot by Ian Gaffney. The wrister, top shelf, puts them up 2-1. What a goal, and what a last 5 minutes for the Warriors, really controlling all of the puck possession.
They definitely controlled that last 2 minutes of the period, which is the most important part. So I'd have to say the Warriors have the momentum going into the locker room, but let's see if Northern can make a push.
Absolutely. We will head towards the second intermission real quick. We'll be right back here on YouTube. Stay tuned as we will resume play for one more period between the Western Warriors and the Walled Lake Northern Knights. You're listening live here on YouTube. Stay with us. seen Evans have trouble gathering the puck on these second chance opportunities and creating rebounds in front, and maybe your game plan is right, is what probably Coach Claude Tunison of the Knights is saying, is get these pucks on net and sort of get those scrappy, dirty plays, fight for it, right? And if you're Western, keep everything to the outside, sort of, not allow those quality chances.
So yeah, I would agree with that. You just have to. I'm assuming the Northern coach is going to put two guys in front and just get shots on net so they can just tap those rebounds in.
Face-off will come towards the Warriors' end. Out there for the Knights will be Patrick Fishback taking it. Shawnee Aarons will go to the wing. The Knights lose the draw, and it's sent deep into the zone by the defender for the Warriors, Zach Margolis, and we'll get another icing that'll come back to their own end.
Looks like the Warriors defenseman was trying to get lucky shooting it into the empty net.
Yeah, going for the empty net, right?
Not always the best play. Sometimes you just want to push it against the boards and just waste as much time as possible. Looks like he's going to do it again.
Warriors won the draw, tried to go for another one, and a whistle called here by the referees. Not sure for what yet, but
high stick.
Yeah,
that did not look like a high stick to me.
That's why I didn't call anything. I was a little bit confused by this, but this will cause the faceoff draw to come all the way back to the Knights zone, and Ortner has to go back out there. With 48 seconds left, any chance for the Knights comeback is starting to dwindle away here. Northern came into tonight with a record of 5-2, rather 6-2-1. Trying to hold on to first place in Lakes Valley Conference standings over the second place Warriors. The Western will improve to a 6-3 record on the season. They will go to 2-1 in division play. The Knights will fall to 2-3 in division play. As a couple of players tie up at the northern end in the corner. A valiant effort by the Knights. McCormick got them even late in the first period after allowing a deflection in front that led to a Warriors goal. But after that, Ian Gaffney took over in the second period, scored late. And then to seal the game was Brady Hoffmeyer. And Walled Lake Western on home ice defeats Walled Lake Northern with a final score of 3-1. And they go to first place in the Lakes Valley Conference standings. Both teams gather at center ice. Nick, this game really, the story of it was Western, I would say, their relentless defense, their relentless job at center ice, creating turnovers. What an effort by the leadership group of their forwards, Ian Gaffney, Brady Foss, and Brady Hoffmeyer especially, controlling much of the puck possession tonight, winning faceoffs as they needed to. Seemed like this was mostly Western's game in the second period.
I'd have to agree. I'd say it was their relentlessness in the offensive zone. It was hard for Northern to get in the offensive zone and move the puck around. It was really just the Warriors just pressing them in the defensive zone, making it hard for them to get it out. Lots of turnovers caused by the pressure. So it was really a Warriors game to win.
Western improves to a record of 5-1 in the last 6 versus Northern, officially going to a plus 15 goal differential. The Knights fall to plus 11. In this game, both teams came into with plus 13 goal differentials heading into this game. And to look a little bit back at our keys to the game, Nick, we talked about Northern being the second half team, and they really needed to limit the turnovers and feed Sean Aarons. And Aarons, for the first time in 4 games, does not score a goal in this game. The only one coming from Nick McCormick early in the first period. They really didn't show that second half heavy presence that we've seen. And credit to North for Walled Lake Western and their key points. They came out strong, they got on the board early, and they really took advantage of Northern in the physicality standpoint. They just fed Hoffmeyer all night. And really an unlikely hero for Western, Ian Gaffney, scoring 2 goals tonight, really set the tone for them. And just absolutely dominating. So I would say most of the keys to the game, would you say Western accomplished what they needed to?
I would say Western definitely accomplished what they needed to. They kept the puck in the offensive zone, limited the chances in the defensive zone, and Northern could not do what they could do.
Get a little bit of a jersey swap here coming up between Shawnee Ahrens and I believe Ian Gaffney out on the ice. That's a cool thing to see at the high school level. I've never really seen that at lower level hockey. I've seen that in some junior minor hockey, but nevertheless, these teams will get out off the ice. Final score tonight, Western 3, Walled Lake Northern 1. We'll get up to our 3 stars of the game in one moment. Stay with us. We'll be right back here from Kensington Ice House. Your final score, Walled Lake Western 3, Walled Lake Northern 1. Back with you live from Kensington Ice House here in Brighton, Michigan. Devin Sarah joined alongside Nick Latino. Final score tonight, Walled Lake Western defeating Walled Lake Northern 3-1 in this first of 2 games that they will play this season. Walled Lake Western improves to a record of 6-3 on the season. The Knights fall to 6-3-1 on the year. And Walled Lake Western topples Northern in the standings now. They go to first place in Lakes Valley Conference standings with the tiebreaker, 12 points for both teams. Walled Lake Northern falls to 2-3 in division play. And like we talked about in the keys to the game, Nick, is Western really dominated the second half. We'll look real quick. Time now to look at our 3 stars of the game presented to you by our broadcast here. First star we have to, or the third star we'll start with. You've got that one in Nick McCormick.
Nick McCormick, I would say he had a good overall game. Obviously, he had a little bump in the road when he tipped it into his own net, but he really turned it around and got the goal back for this team, making it a 1-1 game, and he was good throughout all of the ice. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for from your defenseman and captain.
Absolutely, and you know, coming back, you know, to the point of where he turned that puck over early in the first period, it led to a deflection goal off of his stick, off the shot attempt from Gaffney at the right point, right? And it's so demoralizing for a player allowing a goal like that. But to come back and score, especially shorthanded in the first late when he did that, skidding in to beat out the defenders, that was an amazing play, and we really have to give credit to McCormick. He played very well tonight.
Yeah, I would say so short memory is a big thing. Like, if you make a mistake, you just got to forget about it and just get to your next shift.
Absolutely. Second star of the game will go to none other than the captain, Brady Hoffmeyer, for the Warriors. Had a goal tonight and was all over the ice for most of the game. We saw him for probably no less than 3 minutes out there and won a lot of the key faceoffs when he needed to. He played the body physical, and he ultimately got the sealing goal for them late.
I'd say he had a good 200-foot game, which is all you can ask for, too, as from your captain. And you know, he scored this game that sealed it, and the game-winning goal, or not the game-winning goal, but he scored the goal to put Northern away, and that's what you need to do.
Absolutely. Time now for our first star of the game, who did have the game-winning goal early in the second period. It's none other than Ian Gaffney. Has 2 goals tonight. He played exceptional when he needed to, Nick.
He did do that. We, you know, 2 goals in the game is just outstanding. He's probably celebrating in the locker room with his team after a great win. And
I would.
That's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about that early deflection goal that Nick McCormick let in, but how about that second period for him? He was really all over the forecheck, and it led to a great scoring chance where he just ripped one top shelf on the goaltender, Ortner, in the low slot in the second period, and that really set the tone from the rest of the game, because after that, it seemed like Northern really just couldn't get zone possession time inside Western zone, and it caused them to be on their heels the entire game. So a big night for Gaffney on both sides of the ice. And
he so he did all the little things right, which led to 2 goals, and that's all you got to do. Like, if you do the little things right, then it when you're in there for a big play, you're going to do the big things right.
Absolutely. We'll look ahead real quick for both Walled Lake Northern and Walled Lake Western. Northern will head all the way up to Northeast Michigan to play the red-hot Tawas Braves at the Tawas Bay Ice Arena on January 7th. That game's set for 8:10 p.m. Eastern puck drop. Tawas has won 6 straight after losing the first 2 games of the season. That's going to be a tough test for Northern. As for Walled Lake Western, they will head back right here again tomorrow night to take on Milford in the Kensington Valley Ice House. That game is set for a 7 p.m. puck drop against a struggling Milford team that's lost a few overtime games to Lakes Area United, the bottom team right now in the Lakes Valley Conference standings, and haven't won a division game yet, so it'll be a big test for Milford, but an opportunity for Western to really assert their dominance in the Lakes Valley Conference. So.
And it allows them to proceed further higher and widen the gap in between first and second place, because right now it's 12-12, and if you just get 2 good wins, then you're 4 points ahead of the other team.
Yeah, Milford right now sitting in 4th place too. They only have 8 points throughout the Lakes Valley Conference. They're tied with Southland United, who did win tonight, so they moved to 10 points. That'll put them in sole possession of 3rd place, I believe, in the Lakes Valley Conference. So, good night for Western, and looking for more tomorrow night against Milford. But that'll just about do it for our broadcast here from Kensington Valley Ice House. Nick Latino, thank you so much for being on the call for me tonight. Good luck to you the rest of the season in the NAHL. We'll be looking to see you get on the scoring column soon enough, right, in Connecticut?
Yep, I'm excited about that.
Hopefully, right?
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So for Devin Sarah, Nick Latino, and the rest of our great production staff here, final score tonight, Walled Lake Western 3, Walled Lake Northern 1. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation of Lakes Valley Hockey on YouTube. Have a great night, everybody.